Yo, what is up, everyone? Hope all's going well for you. Welcome back to Get Jacked. Now today we're continuing off here on the official server, and I figured it's about time we go over the entire base. As many of you know, we've been working about the last 5 days to get this thing cranked out after our main was exploited. So we've been working really hard to build this. It's been a 5-day process, and I gotta say, it's pretty impressive so far, I think, for what we've gotten done. There are a lot of things that we have to go out, replace, fix up, and otherwise change, but I think for now it's pretty good. So I'm gonna get started here. I think it's just getting to nighttime actually now, so I'm actually gonna cut here, and we'll actually go and check out the base, probably from the inside out. We've got a few turrets down on the outside, I just noticed. I'm gonna set up electricity to those. That is a priority. Okay, let's do that. I'm gonna wait for daytime, and we'll get started with this tour here. Alright, so we actually had to change out the outer wall a little bit here, so a little bit of a change of plans, mostly because we were getting griefed a little bit on the outside here, so we made sure we took care of this. So basically, we had to throw a turret tower here, so we're covering part of our river there, and then over in this section, we've actually, let's go over here. We got a turret tower on the outside here, where obviously we didn't have one before, and another there. We just need to start defending this perimeter, otherwise people can just blow up our gates. So unfortunately we had to do that right away, and it's kind of put things a little bit further behind than we would have liked. We have to add a lot of stuff to this base, and we're just kind of doing it one by one. So we've got a freaking party coming up over here. So I was gonna start over here. This is probably the most PvE area in the base. We had to make a little area for like storage of items and stuff like that. So we've got a little setup over here. Got our boss trophies. We've got a war drum for some reason. I guess we can alert people if the enemies are coming. But what's actually really nice is well, that's secure. Usually you can't walk through a window unless it doesn't have a window. Like if it's just a window frame, you can usually crawl through it. I didn't know you could when there's actually a window on it. So can you do that everywhere? Oh, nice. Who needs doors, right? Okay, I guess you can just do that. But anyway, I'm just gonna start in that for a second, and then we're gonna pop down here, and we'll get into the meat of the base. Actually, let's do it. Before we get too... What is happening? Okay, before we get too far into this, I'll do a flyover of the outside, and you can see what we got going on there, because the inside is going to be very confusing. So, as for the outside, we've got Rex is protected by golems for the moment. We've got a turret tower out here, turret tower in that corner, and then obviously main base here. People were complaining about the base being on pillars and whatnot, but honestly, I'll show you what we've got going on. Oh my god, what are you... Why? Okay. These guys keep falling out, and that is one of the downsides of the pillars. Are those ones? No, I think those ones are in the correct position. But anyway, as long as you put fence foundations and walls, like, they come out pretty flush, and there's no way to get underneath there. So that's pretty much the way to do it if you're worried about building on pillars. There aren't too many places that you can build on straight foundations anymore, because all the flat places are always taken. So if you have to build like this, that's kind of what you got to do. So anyway, let's go. It's getting laggy, by the way. I gotta say, first line of defense is up. First line of defense is always the lag, then the turrets. So let's get down here. We'll get less lag inside of the base itself. So actually, I should probably turn off Dino names at a distance. Pop down here, and this is going to be just Quetzal, Wyvern storage, that kind of stuff. We've got a few Argents in here as well, and then below this is going to be farming Quetzals. Oh my goodness, let me get you out of the way. Mostly just farming Quetzals. Our best Quetzal is going to be not this one. I thought it was in here. I don't know where it went off to. But anyway, our best Quetzals should be in here. Best Wyverns. As I say that, I look into... What did I just look into? Oh, I think it was this Quetzal. I thought the Wyvern had 9k HP. Nope. Okay, but anyway, we've got Replicator in here, along with the Industrial Forge, so we can just pull an Anki in here with the Quetzal and can just fill up that, because pretty much everything in here is crafted with you know, basic stuff: metal, cementing paste, polymer. And then we'll pop down here. So we've got this is just like a little layer. We got a Therizino head there. Our whole base has an outer kind of shell layer airlock, and that's just to prevent people from blowing through right away. And then I guess we'll just look into here briefly. This is mostly just going to be farming dino storage. This is basically the second floor, so we've got a little ramp coming up here. Store all your, what are they called? I don't know. Farming dinos, I guess is the word I'm looking for. And a transmitter here, a little bit of storage for that. These just lead to that outer airlock layer. So that's how that works. And then, don't worry, there's like generators in every section. So if I show you one of them, not going to be that big of a deal. And then if we move down here, this is just going to be, I guess it's just an industrial cooker here for the moment, but mostly just a secure area as you move down into the here. So in this area we've got fridges. If you go this way, you head out to the main entrance, which is under that ramp that we just went to. And then if you go this way, you are in, is he in here or is he glitched in here? I don't know. I'll just leave him there for now. So we've got main vault storage here in the very interior of the base, protected as well as we can. And then if you go over here, we've got, you know, sometimes storage bins are just the best to get a line of these, because some of these things like sap, narcotics, like just, you know, filling up vaults with them is kind of ridiculous. We'll get to that point, but we're not there yet. We've got all of our, actually this guy's built into here. He's now part of the base. There's no way that thing's getting out. Oh, my bad. I thought I did that. Okay, and then we've got, you know, chemistry bench, fabricators, and storage for thus. We've also got all of our dung beetles, snails, all that fun stuff in here, which evidently like to glitch through the floor. Just a little bit of a, is this someone's bedroom it's turned out to be? Look at these guys, all taking naps in here. Okay, I guess that's a bedroom now. And then over, yeah, this is going to be the exit. So we're all still getting used to it, I think. I hear people getting lost in here quite often, but that's the basic layout of the main base itself. So without giving away too much, I think I like it. I actually really like how this tower turned out. One thing that I do want to change is I do want to remove that behemoth gate from the front there and eventually just, you know, wall it off. Once we get one more dino storage pen, we should be able to do that, but right now we really need that storage on main base, so I guess first person is not the way to go. I'll just land over here. This Quetzal's like ridiculously slow. We've got over here, this is kind of why we've got the railings, of course, block off all these. So we've got these all blocked off. Kibble dinosaurs are safe. And then outside transmitter so that we can take any dinosaurs that we need anywhere else. And then still working on the ramps for this side. But I think once this, or sorry, not ramps, fences, fence-eye, whatever you want to call them. And yeah, we're still working on that, but once that's up, I think it's gonna look really Jurassic Park-like. We've got a better crafting area out here than we did previously, so we've got quite a few vaults, chemistry benches, fabricators, everything we need here. It's a pretty secure area for now. Obviously, there's turret towers on the outside there, so it would be quite a feat to get into this part. And then also, I guess we'll fly over to our, I guess we're on to the baby pen, huh? All right, let's take this dude. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be a slow path, but this one I do want to add a lot more turrets too. I really like this turret tower setup. I think it's really fun. And then obviously we've got turret tower down here protecting these ones. We do need turret towers around the outer areas of this. That's actually what we're going to be working on today. So if you're wondering why we don't have turret towers outside, that's why we're just doing that now. As for here, we've got all this pillared off, at least so rafts can't get through, and then we've got another turret tower here. We'll go up to the baby base now, which is the other big part of what we're doing. So this person's dinos have just been chilling here. Some old tribe that was in this area, their dinos are just hanging out. It's pretty funny. And then I guess before we go to the baby base, let's do this. Nothing too crazy. kind of like a little greenhouse. We needed something to get crops going while we're still getting situated. You know, it's been about 5 days we've built this entire place from the ground up. So obviously there are a lot of things that we need to improve, and we're finding them every day, but at least we've got some good starts going. So we've got this thing turret off. Uh-oh. Oh my god, why do you have the same sound? Have you ever noticed the dimorphs have the same sound as the terror bird? So I just thought a terror bird was rolling up and gonna break our greenhouse glass. So greenhouse, oh my god. I definitely was building this last night, and I meant to bring another door up, or wall up, and I definitely did not, so we're gonna have to do that. Just a really compact greenhouse. Honestly, if someone was to break this glass or something, it's not gonna hurt anything. It's not like we've got turrets sitting on the glass. I've got that on the pillar on the roof. Not too worried about this. We can always repair it if something happens. People always say make like a really fortified greenhouse, but with it being over here, if someone wants to raid the greenhouse, I suppose they can just raid the greenhouse. So that's not the highest priority of protection. Oh my god, how do I get out of here? At the moment, but we'll work on that. What are you doing here? Stupid raptor. That is one problem. We do have quite a few things spawning in here, but fortunately we don't have any small dinosaurs that they can kill. They don't aggro on the Brontos, Rexes, or Gigas, so they're pretty safe. Now, we've got this entire area walled off here all the way around. We do need to set up turret towers on the outsides of those sections, but we're working on it. We're getting there. Also, these are all planted up to become large plant species X platforms. Honestly, not really that worth it to put turrets on wooden platforms because it's really not that hard to blow them up, and it would just be a waste. So if someone wants to blow them up for the plant species X, that's another thing, but not a big deal. And then we'll land over here. I'll show you what we've got going on in here. Actually, got to check on my Giga. I think my Giga's got an imprint. I've got a decent baby. Nothing crazy. I'm like, really should have had a... Oh, shoot. I don't have a freaking canteen on me. My bad. Hey, floating snail. What's up, man? Okay, so over here, we've got baby base, obviously. It's pretty well turreted out. We're going to add more to this today as well, too. But for just holding, you know, basic stuff, it's pretty well defended. There's nothing gear-wise or useful in here otherwise, so... Oh, someone's coming in now. Let me make my way in. The inside is what's pretty cool. I like how we decorated this one. If I can get through the doors. Okay, so... I do hate the... I really hate cables. I don't mind the yellow. The yellow isn't that bad. It's the I don't know, what are they called? Like the little wires themselves, the spider wires. They look so ugly. Now we've got our... This egg's at 9.8. This is a new Giga. Feldspar is our newest high-level Giga. And then we've got our best Quetz egg going down here too. Now, as for the baby Giga, look at this guy. He's finally eating well. He's about a day in, six imprints. When is your next imprint? 10 minutes? I'm a little bit behind. He's 8% maturation with about going to be 7 imprints. So I'm 1 imprint behind, sadly. I really, really want to get 90% on this guy. Started with 140% melee. So, I don't know. I think he could get maybe close to 200. After level, he'll get to 200. As most of you know, they're really rare around here. On our server, like, I don't know. We never, ever see good Gigas. And so, basically, everybody's Giga lines are... Oh. That's embarrassing. You know, sometimes... I want to explain this now too. So many people complain that I'm hungry or thirsty in the videos, but you know, I get to talking, and you know, there's some times where I just really start to ramble, and I don't listen to the grumbling of my character very often, and we'll wake up in a second, don't worry. All my tribe mates always see me passing out all over the place, and then I'm always doing a million things at once, so it happens. All right, let's fly down here. I'm gonna go get us a nice drink of water. Alright, so the upper part, which I totally forgot to show you. I didn't realize... Oh, actually, I didn't show you this Rex either. Rex. Beast melee. Look at this melee damage. 406. I'm imprinting this one right now. Melee started at 396. we traded for that egg, and I really appreciate the trade because we've been looking for a high level melee Rex for so long, and it's hard. So this is the setup we've got up here. If you remember our old baby base, kind of similar, but a little bit different, probably a little bit taller on the inside part of here. So we've got our industrial cookers there, but I really want to find a way to cover this electricity. It's on the to-do list. It's just something we got to do at some point. But let's head out here, and I'll show you up here. Nothing too crazy up here, just a segmented top, much like the main base. But this is kind of the build we like to go with, at least until we can kind of expand a little bit more, because this is a really secure way to do it. So we've got wyverns, pretty much throwaway wyverns and other things inside of here. So that's pretty much both layers. Actually, we probably want to move the lightning to the other base, but oh god, where am I? All right, let me out. We have survived. Okay, so I think that actually pretty much covers the base. I know it's kind of spread out, a little bit unorganized, and definitely needs a lot of work in a lot of places. But you know, for a 5-day progress, I think this is pretty good. You gotta really hand it to my tribe mates for helping me out with this. We have been farming a lot of resources. I've been on, you know, nice 15-hour days, but I'm not complaining because the building up, setting up everything, kind of building the base from the beginning is kind of the really fun part. So I can't really complain. But anyway, I think we covered all of that. That's where we're going to stop for today. If you like this video, definitely hit that thumbs up and or subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you are someone who doesn't like building as much, you know, you're not liking these base tours and things. I know people like the PvP aspect, the taming aspect and all that, and I definitely hear you in the comments, but it's something that we just have to get this out of the way, and we'll be back to just normal, being able to switch off between taming, PvP, building. We just had to focus on it for a few days, so that's where we're going to stop. Definitely see you in the next video. You guys have a great one. We'll catch you next time.